Thank you, Sergio. That was amazing. And now if we need a bodyguard, we know who to call.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 SARC Community Breakfast. Our theme this year is Better Together. Looking out and seeing so many familiar friends, it's been a while, and new faces, we realize that we are indeed better together. Doesn't it feel great to be back together again in person at the Arizona Biltmore?
Let's go. We are grateful that you're here with us to celebrate SARC's 25th anniversary. This morning, we'll hear about the vital services that SARC provides, not only here in Phoenix, but in the far reaches of our state. It is remarkable to think about all that SARC has accomplished in the last 25 years. They have provided the resources and services that have truly changed the lives of our fellow Arizonans and have made advancements in autism research that have had a critical impact on our nation. In fact, SARC has had a critical impact on our family as well.
14 years ago, I attended my first SARC breakfast as an ally. Several years later, completely unexpectedly, our family became in need of the very services that we had been admiring from afar. Since then, we've done it all. We have participated in every last SARC program that our children were old enough to qualify for, starting with Jumpstart, which is a crash course, Milestones, which works with infants, community school through the toddler years, comprehensive behavioral services in the transition into elementary school, and even at-home services through COVID. We're talking about 25 to 30 hours of therapy a week per child. Mac and I were so incredibly grateful to be connected to SARC's loving team, expertise, and resources. It was like a lifeline, a breath of air during the scariest and most challenging period of our lives. 7 years in, today we're really happy to report that our children are all thriving. They're thriving at school, but most importantly, to my mama heart, they are happy, they have friends, and they belong. That's why I'm on the board of SARC today. I am thrilled that our 2030 vision is to ensure that SARC's programs are in reach of every Arizonan. You see, it's not enough that Mac and I and our children were lucky enough or privileged enough to find SARC. Imagine if all of these kids received the services they need to thrive before they even got to kindergarten. We want every parent and every child to have access to SARC's life-changing programs at the earliest age possible.
As parents and educators, Pearl and I have seen the power of early identification and early intervention. For the last 10 years, I've had the privilege of serving as the headmaster at Maryville Prep, a Great Hearts Academy that serves primarily a low-income Hispanic community. SARC has been a tremendous partner throughout our existence, helping us implement a universal screener for autism and other social challenges at the 2nd, 4th, and 8th grade level. Through this screener, several of our young scholars have received evaluations and services that they otherwise would have not have been able to access. And they're finding greater success in education than originally thought possible.
We have so many people to thank this morning, starting with our wonderful co-chairs, Jenna and Charlie Markle. You'll have a chance to meet Charlie later in the program. Let's also give a warm thanks to the nearly 100 table captains who invited all of you to join us to learn more about autism. Putting this event together is not an easy task, And I'd like to acknowledge the dozens of volunteers and committee members, especially the members of our grandparent support group, who were here at 5:30 a.m. to make this a great experience for us all. We love our grandparents. We'd also like to acknowledge today's announcer, Matthew Pulido, who has autism, does voiceover work, and graciously offered to be our announcer today. Thank you, Matthew. I don't know where you are.
We want to give a huge thanks to our sponsors as well. It's important for all of you to know that this breakfast is 100% underwritten by our sponsors and would not have been possible without their immense support. Every dollar raised today, every dollar, goes directly into research and the important programs that SARC provides. So please join me as we acknowledge the generous contributions of these sponsors, and we ask that you hold your applause until the end. For the 6th consecutive year as our title sponsor, we have Jayberg Wilk. At the gold level, for the 8th consecutive year, Kathy and Mike Bosco. Also for the 8th consecutive year, we have Sanders Family Charitable Fund. And in their inaugural year at the gold level, Tito's Handmade Vodka. There we go. All right, we'll give it up. At the silver level, we have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Arizona, Charles Schwab, Contractors Wholesale Supply LLC, MST Solutions, and Sanderson Ford.
And our thanks as well to the bronze sponsors listed on the screen. We also want to say thank you to our supporting sponsors, our in-kind contributors that are listed on the back of your program. And now, truly one of our favorite parts of the breakfast program, learning about the cutting-edge research that SARC is involved with. This year will not disappoint.